Hi everyone, welcome back to Job One for All. In this video, we're going to talk about sorting our lists. So basically, let's create a new class. Select, Alt Insert, Java class, list sort test 01. And let's start with something very simple, with a list of strings. Let me see what we are going to have here. Remember to import, pressing Alt Enter. Let's have a list of mangas. Mangas are just Japanese comics. Let's give some values. From Berserk to Pokemon is pretty. Okay, so I want to sort this array. There are several algorithms if you want to do it manually. If we go back to our big old cheat sheet, we have different type of algorithm, and each one of them will have a different time complexity. For us, it doesn't matter what we are going to use because we are going to rely on Java for that. I'm not entirely sure which one Java you use behind the scenes, but probably something that was tested several times since we have more than 13 billion devices using Java. Now, I want to sort. There are several ways to do it. You could call mangas.sort, but we don't know how to work with comparator yet. And another option is collections. Collections is a utility class that will work with collections. And you will see that all the methods inside are static. And the constructor is private. So you cannot use new collections. So I want to sort. Collection has this useful method called sort that basically will receive a list and will sort this list, and is not going to return a new object. It's just going to reuse the same memory to have everything sorted. So let me sort here these mangas before and sort after. So Control Shift F10. As you can see, the way we were inserting and then after sorting by strings. So the behavior of strings is going to sort in alphabetical order. I think all the capital letters, they come first. If I say attack on Titan, lowercase, probably will be the last option. So yeah, so it's the last option. If I change Dragon Ball to D lowercase, then it will come after the attack on Titan. Okay, so basically strings are like that. If you have a list of double, let's say values, and then new array list, we can give some values. So for example, values.add. Remember, all the numeric values you add without the dot, basically integers, they will be int, and if you add the dot, it will be considered double by default. So if I try to add a int type, remember, do not accept the list collections. They do not accept primitive types. Of course, if we had a wrapper here, or would be like double dot value of, it will return wrapper of integer, or you just have to add the d to force this number to be double. And sorting the values, we will have from the lowest value to the biggest value in our array list. So pretty straightforward, and things are working without any problems because we are using classes, the wrappers and the string that are defined by the Java team, and we have to do basically nothing, and Java knows how to sort a double, how to sort string, how to sort character, and so on. But we have a problem when we are talking about our own custom objects. So for example, if I have here my smartphone list test collections dot sort smartphones, we have a compilation error. And of course, if I ask you, okay, sort this, and then how do you know if the sorting of smartphones should be done by serial number or by name? So you don't know the answer, Java doesn't know the answer, nobody knows the answer, and we have a compilation error. It will not let you pass the compilation time because it doesn't know what to do to sort the smartphones. So we have to tell what we need to do. But I'm not going to use smartphones. Let's create another class for that. Java class. Let's call manga. So now that we are working with collections, we usually need an unique identifier. We could use name, for example, but I think it's better to start working with identifiers. So usually we use ID, long ID. Could be string, could be any value here, as long as it's unique. And we have here the title, and we have price. So we have 3 attributes. I'm going to create a constructor, out insert, and then select constructor for all attributes. Now, getter and setter, all of them. Also, out insert to string. And of course, we are going to work with collections, but we don't have equals and hash code, and I don't know. I don't want to write again because it's pretty painful. So out insert, let's rely on IntelliJ, and you can see that we have some templates available for me. We have IntelliJ default and the equals and hash code. That's basically the default for Java 7+. Now, I'm not exactly sure which one is better. Definitely their code would be a little bit different, but I'm not sure about the performance. And I would just go with Java version. Then you can ignore these two. We are inside of the class and we are not working with any subclasses. So I don't want to use the get inside the class itself because we have access to all the attributes. So next, and here it comes, what do you want to use to define that the 2 objects are the same, 2 mangas are the same. So in the previous exercise with smartphone, we said if 2 serial numbers are the same, then we are talking about the same object. But to make things a little bit more interesting, this one, let's say everything. So to be 2 mangas to be equal, we have to have the same ID, the same title, and the same price. Yeah, price doesn't make sense because sometimes I have promotion. Yeah, let's keep without price. And then we have ID and title. And when I click next, as you can see, the hash code, it's selected both values that we selected before in the equals. If I add price, it will have price. Because I said, if you are using some attributes in the equals method, you should also use in the hash code method. And then here, it's telling you, select all non-null fields. Basically, if I am 100% sure and I have some checks saying that ID and title are not null, basically IntelliJ will trust us and will not do some null checks. So click finish, and you have here exactly what we asked for: hash code with ID and title, and we also have here the equals, assuming that ID is not null, and if it is, we will get null pointer. That's why we are going to do some checks here. So when we want to create a manga, we are going to use objects.require non-null and say ID cannot be null. And if it's null, say ID must not be null. And the same here for the name. Sorry, title. Now, if I go, we don't have any tests yet. Let's just create here manga sort test 01 PSVM. I will try to create a new manga. And I will pass null, and price. We will get no pointer exception with a nice message. ID must not be null. If I send an ID, whoops, long contribute of 10, title must not be null. Pokemon. Okay, for this video, that's it. And in the next video, we are going to see how we can sort a list of mangas. See you in the next video. Bye bye.